Wrapping up here at Old Trafford with the fan roundup. Disappointing performance, first loss. A lot of people questioning the heart of the players. A lot of people questioning, do they want it? Some people starting to question what Ralf Rangnick is actually about. Is it all hype? Is it all just talk? How do you see it after watching that?
You see, the same thing happened with Ole. You know, the manager gets the blame. I think you have to look at the players for starters. You know, you come to Manchester, working class area, and you go, what's the minimum you require from them players? It's 110%. I don't know any player out there that set foot on that pitch between the two white lines and said, I gave 110% for Manchester United. And I think the real problem is, looking at it from a fan, I know it's probably pessimistic, but I'm looking at that tonight and going, we're 5-10 years away from competing again. We've a complete rebuild to do there. There's very few players I'm saying he deserves to wear a Manchester United shirt. The two I'm probably going definitely deserve is Greenwood. Okay, he's like 20, but then it's Cavani's probably second, and Cavani's 35.
And De Gea,
yeah, De Gea 32. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not as if you're going with the young core. Like, if you look at an Arsenal who are building at the moment, you're going, you've Saka, you've Odegaard, you've all these young players who are coming through,
and they look hungry, they're working.
And that's what it was. Like, you look, the turning point for Arsenal last year was that game against Chelsea when all the COVID case and that happened, the injuries, and they had to play the young lads. And they went down, they performed against Chelsea and they won. And you're going, okay, hang on a minute, Arsenal could do something here. I'm looking at us playing at front two, Cavani and Ronaldo, and going, where are we going from here? What happens next year when Ronaldo's 37, Cavani's 36? Where do we go? Well, listen, I love Ronaldo. I think the hype is great, but I think questions need to be asked about the football club. Again, it goes back to the Glazers. Did we panic and buy Ronaldo? Ronaldo's a great player. Like, the memories of Ronaldo, and I agree we didn't want him going to City, but did we buy him just because he was going to City? Did we really want him? Was our plan to play Sancho and Rashford and Greenwood, Cavani playing, Greenwood slotting in for either the three every game or two, and we play counter-attacking football? All of a sudden, everything's going through Ronaldo.
And he's not being that guy at the moment. He's questioning the plan of the club.
Yeah.
Do you think it needs readdressing again? He spoke about Ronaldo being a little bit of an issue at the minute.
First of all, I'd like to say that I think we're the only team in the Premier League without a playing style.
Yeah.
We've absolutely no play style. It's like we go out and see how they play, more so than, like, we don't go out with a plan. We go out and see how they play, and then if they're hoofing it, we hoof it. If they're pressing, we press. We don't even press, so that's the thing. We go player to player, and we lose every single battle on the pitch. I think the only player that can hold his head up tight today was Phil Jones. Two players, and De Gea. That's literally it. Personally, I think Ronaldo, as much as I love him, and he's doing well, he's still a great player. I think he's a revenue sign more so than anything else, and a panic buy, because like he said, Manchester. I don't know where my head's at the moment, to be honest. I'm losing hope in the club and everything.
Losing hope. He said, Ronaldo a panic buy. Back to today's game, did you see the front two being a major issue, or was there more than that?
Man, we're relying on two people who are. Don't tell me they're both world class players, but we need energy up there, Like Cavani 35, Ronaldo nearly 37. How can we rely on people? We need them fresh. Like Bruno as well. You and Marcel touched on it. He's fresh legs. I don't know why he's just he's not playing out there. And Ronaldo, he's won how many 6 Ballon d'Ors. But it's just not. It just doesn't seem like he doesn't want that out there. None of the players seem like they want it out there. It's not even the Manchester United identity. The lads aren't even giving it 30%. It seems like they don't want to be there.
Well, Roy Keane, I remember under Ollie, well, even after Jose, Roy Keane was like, them players, they'll do the same to Ollie. Get him sacked in terms of, he questions the players.
You can't question Ralph. I understand the decision about Greenwood taking off. Personally, I didn't agree. I thought Greenwood was great today, but you can't blame it on Ralph. He simply can't, because it's going to be the same as Ollie as well.
It's been like this for a while.
It's been like that, exactly. Yeah. It's the same with Jose as well. You need to start looking at the players as well, the attitude of the players. But it just seems like it's been 3 or 4 years now, and the mentality is just completely gone. The identity of Man United is just gone. It seems like.
In the coming games, is this something we can bounce back from? The mood is down. People are, like I said, all the guys here have questioning the mentality of the players and the intensity of the players. Is this something that you believe Ralf Rangnick can fix, and fix soon?
Do you know what's scary, bro? Wolves played well, don't get me wrong. They had a good game, but they weren't amazing. They weren't spectacular, do you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they only had to have a decent performance to beat us there, that's a very worrying thing for me. And in terms of what could change, I'm not too sure, because I don't even blame Ranić for this one. I blame the players, even though he had a few decisions that he could have made better. At the end of the day, they're the ones that are kicking the ball on the pitch. I just feel like the energy levels just weren't enough, they weren't there.
It looks so off it, innit? Like the expression, the body language, the hunting the ball down if we lose it, the intensity on the ball, the intensity off the ball in terms of when we're in possession, runs in behind, non-existent decision making, everything's just off.
And do you know what? It's a scary thing when Phil Jones is one of the best players on your pitch. A guy that hasn't played in 2 years, you know what I'm saying?
I mocked it before the game as well.
This is what, even I was mocking it, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be honest, but yeah, when Phil Jones is one of your best players and he's the one that's shining, there's clearly a worry, because I hate to say it, like, I love Rashford, innit? I love the guy, like, I've been watching him for the past, since he debuted, and like, I just don't know what's going on. When he first came after the injury, I thought, okay, he's going to have a good run of games because he scored when he came back. But now it's like, it's just worrying because I don't know which one of our attacking players are doing what at the moment. I'm confused why Greenwood was taken off. He was the only one that looked hopeful in some sort of sense. So I don't know, man, it's just a bit of a weird time right now, do you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm not happy, man. I'm not happy, I'm not going to lie.
Last thing I'll finish off here, top four. You know, there's still a hell of a long way to go. But what's your gut feeling on what you're seeing versus, you know, what the other contenders for top four are doing, and how far off the pace we could be if we keep playing like that?
Like, if you look at the way we've played, like we touched on it with Marcel, like we've played the bottom three. I don't think we'll make Europa League the way we're going. That's being honest. And listen, things can change very quickly in football. It's a very fickle sport, and next week I could be here watching Villa in the Cup and going, "Oh, Marcus Rashford, he's back." Like that's the way football goes. And but my honest opinion coming now, there's no way we get top four, and I think from my viewpoint now, Europa League's a good season.
Well, you heard it there.
How far we've gone.
Exactly. Guys, the fans have had their say here at Old Trafford, disappointing against Wolves. You could argue that defeat was coming in terms of the way we've been playing. It was always going to catch up with us some way, but a really, really disappointing time and a shocking performance. If you haven't done so already, smash a like on the video and subscribe if you guys are new, and drop your views in the comments in the boxes below. Let me know if you agree with these guys. Was Ronaldo a panic buy? Do the board need to look at the strategy? Like we're saying over here, the mentality of the players looks off. Top four in jeopardy. Do you agree with all that? Or is there still hope? Peace.